Goody, go away. Good evening, YouTube. This is Kamikaze Games, and I've decided to take a minute out of my life, or a couple in this case, to show you how to use PowerPoint to your best advantages. Now up here, you'll see the layout screen. You can type in stuff, and it will do stuff. It's not epic, but that's about as basic as it gets, so I'm just gonna get rid of that crap. So, blank slide. Now, if you've seen the Slender trailer, you would know that I make use of a lot of animations, which is why we're gonna use pictures today. Yippee skippy. Steve Harvey. What's Steve gonna do? Well, we're gonna have Steve do a whole bunch of animations. Now, I personally hate Microsoft Office 2010's PowerPoint, and I much prefer to use 2007 for all of my animations. Which is why, until I get that instead, you probably won't be seeing anything different. So, here's the animation pane. Now, you can use all sorts of crazy crap in here. You can make it timed, like 3 hours. I don't know if that'll work or not, but you can delay it a couple of seconds. Okay, that won't work. How long is 3 hours in seconds? 66 seconds. Now it'll delay a half second, and then go for 6. And that's basically everything that you need to know about animations. Because if you're going to do what I do, you're only going to be using appear and custom path. So, oh, and disappear too. That probably will help if you need some of that. So let's just take a look at my pictures in blank class. You can use this image for when you're really bored. So, let's do some okay, I also use spin. Yeah. Alright, now, if you want to make your stuff look pretty, you're gonna have to, you know, make it pretty. So here's what you're gonna do. You're going to have an image selected. Then you gotta go to color and then set transparent color. That'll disable the white around your image, if there is white around your image. If you don't have white around the image that you want, such as this one, if you wanted to cut out one of those cars, what I do is I crop down the image. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Crop. You piece of garbage. Oh my goodness. There. You can crop the image and get it more centered on the location in which you want it to be centered on. And then you have yourself a little image. Then you'd have to take it in Paint and remove that outline manually. Or if you have mad Photoshop skills, you can take it out there as well. So let me take an example of an image with a white background that you can take off so you can put it in front of a background. So we're going to put a picture of Shaquille O'Neal. Don't know how to... Wow. Shaquille O'Neal. Here's a pretty good image. Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, so you can see that the white is blocking out the image behind it. So you set transparent color, and poof, that part vanishes in thin air. And then, if you really want it back for whatever reason, I don't know what you do. Just click on something else, I guess. But then that's all screwed up. I don't even know. I don't know how to do it. Figure that out on your own. Probably have to just undo it, but I don't care right now. Okay, so The only things that I ever insert are pretty much just speech bubbles. So yeah. That's about all I'd ever do with that. Slide number just puts out numbers on it. You could do that yourself, but it would be too time constraining, so that's why I don't use that. Designs are just if you're too lazy to make your own background. And yeah, transitions will just be how you transist to your slides on slideshow mode. And I really don't use that unless it's a ploy. But on transitions, there's this little handy little doohickey called Advanced Slide. And if you uncheck that, you will only be able to exit through it exiting. Now, when you... But you could probably just press ESC or escape as well. How much time do I have left? Okay, I have a bit of time. Yeah, but that'll advance your thing. But if your animation takes longer than the time that it takes for this to go, the animation will play and then it will transist. So base your movements off of that, and I will see you in a second. This is the preview for Slender that I made. This is what you saw in the video Slender trailer or whatever I called it. What you can have is audio, and that's something else that I put in on the insert tab. On 2010 it really sucks, but all I know is that you can access this on the animation pane. Start time, stop time, after a certain amount of slides, so that once it got to this point it would start something else, this. Another thing that I use, like this, is the image gets larger or smaller depending on which one you want to pick. So now, you also got Slendy here. He can slowly grow his size without you even needing to change the... Well, I put extra 0.2 seconds on, but that doesn't count at all. Now, smooth starts are if you want to make the transition look like it isn't just abrupt. So, yeah. If you ever wanted to know what that actually says there, it's nope. Anyway. So, yeah. And then, if you delay things right, you should be able to wait for it. It'll pop up out of nowhere, like that. And, yeah. It's pretty awesome. What else do I do? Slideshow. You really can't rehearse timings. Well, you can, but that would take away the entire point of the transitions section, so I never use that. And from here you can just blah, and once you get to a different slide you can be at that point, and when you escape it'll take you to that slide so that you can make your adjustments as you need. Review. I only do this if I have spelling mistakes. View. Occasionally I set it up like this just to see how it looks. And you can also check this out to see if every one of your slides has transitions on it, because if you do not set a transition, it won't transist by itself. That is kind of a self-explanatory thing, but sometimes people will forget about that. But that's everything that you really need to know about PowerPoint, how you can use it to your advantage. What you can also do is make straight, obvious lines. But, see? But that's incredibly stressful. Watch. Let me get that quick. Blah, 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 blah. Bloop. See, it'll just make one automatically, so you don't really have much of a choice where it goes until you actually get into the section of it, but... So yeah. See you later!